actually checked that out. I saw the posted announcements. So thank you very much for that. That would be very helpful.
Step into the ring.
So I played it casually in Brawl, and then I didn't play Smash for it all. And then when Ultimate came out, my brother got a Switch, so I was playing on that for a bit. And when I went to college, my buddies were pretty good at it,
Okay.
and we ended up playing a lot. So I ended up getting my own Switch earlier this year, like at the beginning of this year, and I've been grinding it pretty hard since then. I've played
Choose
a
your
couple
fighter.
online tourneys, and I have my first offline tourney on Saturday, and then I'm going to a bigger one with a couple of my friends the Saturday afterwards.
Awesome.
Yeah,
You're gonna have a ton of fun. Like I'm excited for you. First tourney ever. That's sick.
yeah, I'm hyped.
Um, so how do you generally do in your online tourneys?
Um, in Smash World Tour Northeast, I went 6-4,
Oh,
and
okay.
then
Not bad.
yeah, but a couple were DQ wins, like two of them. So I really went about even. And the other two that I joined, I didn't even play in one of them, so that was just me DQing the way through. And the other one, I think I went 2-2. So I have two.
What's your tag, by the way?
It's TopShadow.
TopShadow. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that at least shows you know how to play the video game, which is good.
Yeah, somewhat.
Um, let's get in here and I'll sort of figure it out as we go. Have we played viewer battles at some point?
I don't believe so. I got on your Twitch for the first time. I've watched a lot of your YouTube videos,
Gotcha.
but I got on your Twitch for the first time last night before you started streaming and stuff.
Go!
Middle of the stream, I think.
Gotcha. I just have seen your name, I think. Okay.
Yeah. I subbed last night, so that's probably where.
So do a couple things for me, all right? Just so I get an idea of like where your level is. Do this for me.
Just short hop it.
Short hop, full hop, and fast fall it every time.
Alright. Oh, okay.
Okay, you're almost there. You get how to do it. That's just a little mechanical thing. That's like,
Yeah.
I actually have a video coming out on this tomorrow. That's one of my favorite drills for newer players to get more comfortable in their movement, is to be able to switch between a full hop and a short hop on the fly, and also always to fast fall at the top, right? So little movement things like that, you know, and then how to RAR, and then how to move around platforms, things like that. Little movement things that can help improve a lot. Just a little quick tip before we get started. All right, now we can fight, and I want to see what level you're at. Grab. Oh, that's my bad. I just missed the air dodge. It happens. I've been playing Diddy all day, so feeling a little off on the ike.
Yeah. Slight speed difference.
Yeah. Grab. Smart to know that you can grab that. That was good. I really like what you did. You missed, but like in terms of movement and decision making, that was really nice. Oops. Definitely a little crusty there. That was supposed to be a fair, not an air. Nice parry. I like you're using quick draw to anti-air like that. I think it's really good because it gives you like an aerial burst option, and when you hit someone in the air, they don't have a lot of options, right? So I really like that choice you made. That's my main use of quick draw in neutral as well. Is just as an air to air, basically. Okay. So yeah, you clearly have an understanding of the basics. I don't need to go over like, you know, how to short hop, all that. I still recommend doing drills because it'll just make you more comfortable with your movement. Have you ever done drills before?
Not really. The only kind of drilling I've done is practicing ledge trumping, but I'm still not doing that.
Yeah, ledge trumping with Ike is like stupid hard. It's something to do with his fall speed. It's like really easy with a lot of characters, but with Ike it's hard.
I can do it with like Crom and Wolf, but I can't do it with Ike like at all. Like I can do it maybe 10%.
Yeah, because his run speed's slower, you have a smaller window, and then he also like doesn't have the air drift startup that those characters do, so it's harder for him to like stay in the range of the ledge. It's like free with Palu and like Joker. But yeah, kind of hard with Ike. It's doable though. There are Ike mains who do it consistently. It's something I've been trying to work on slowly. But yeah, anyway, in general, drills, even when you feel like you're comfortable with something, having a practice routine and drilling like your movement every day until you feel totally comfortable with it is still going to benefit you in a big way. Just for confidence. Like going from hitting something 7 out of 10 times to 9 out of 10 times is a big deal, you know. So even if you feel comfortable, keep practicing.
Okay.
In terms of neutral and stuff, I'll pay more attention to that in the coming couple of games and give you a bunch of notes. Was a good nair. I like the bait. Ooh, that was good. Yeah, I caught the startup. The armor's... Sorry, what?
That's something I also can't do. I can't do it down tilt into the immediate. I guess that would be a RAR.
It's a turnaround. I have a whole video on how to do it.
Okay.
Like, very detailed. I think I did 2 videos on it. And then I have one on down tilt up air as well. So I recommend you watch that, but the main thing is you just gotta practice. It's kind of similar to like Roy and Crom with jab there, where it's a really tight input and you just have to commit it to muscle memory. But like I just killed you at 60. Like you're Ike and I just killed you at 60. So you know it is amazingly good.
That back air's super good.
Yeah, for sure. I did not mean to eruption there. I don't like the risk reward of that, because you know F tilt kills 2 here, so you might as well just F tilt. Okay. I have a couple things already. Number 1, you almost never grab. I've noticed you barely grab at all. Like I'm just chilling in shield, waiting for you to shield pressure, and then either upping or parrying, right? So you need to make me feel less comfortable just shielding. You need to go for grabs. You need to go for more than just safe pokes on shield, especially against Ike. Like, I feel like you're used to playing characters with less range, characters that can't out of shield you if you space, right?
Yeah,
but
I'm not used to get hit with Aether for that.
Yeah, Ether, it's slow, but it has so much range. Hold on, let's not play Lilat. Put it on random. I have it set to random legal stages. What was I saying? Okay. Yeah, you need to grab more. Tomahawk grab. You know what a tomahawk grab is, right?
No sympathy from me.
Yeah. Tomahawk grabs, dash grabs. Just anytime you feel like you. Excuse me. Anytime. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go switch it over. Anytime you feel like someone is shielding, you've conditioned them to shield by having good, safe pressure, right? You gotta go for those grabs. It's the only way that you can, yeah, it's the only way that you can continue making them feel uncomfortable, right? On top of that, you need some help with your recovery. And don't hit me here. Let me show you some stuff real quick.
Okay.
So you're doing I call this the mid-level like recovery, right? You get hit way out there, and you double jump, and you charge quick draw, and you do the mix-up, right? You do the am I going to go low, am I going to go high thing, right? Like this.
Yeah.
I've seen you do that a few times. Now the problem with that is, first off, if you do it this close to stage, I'm just going to ferry you or something, right? I'm just going to kill you. And then like your only choice is to release an uncharged quick draw, in which case you then won't have a jump, and you won't be able to up B, and you'll just die, right? So I can go out and I can challenge that with no fear. It's not bad, right? Especially if they're at center. Like, you can make it from really far away, and then also you can mix up and just reverse and suddenly be an advantage if they go off and for a bad edge guard, right? So it's good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's good. Just don't do it every time. And I'm going to teach you some alternatives, okay? First off, there's double jump, air dodge up. Really, really good. Ike has so much range on his air dodge, right? Do you see how far I went there? It's like having a triple jump. Like, you can do it, and then with magnet hands, you can do it from so much lower than you think. I was facing backwards there. You actually snap, you don't snap from this close when you're backwards. So, yeah, you got to be aware of that. Don't kill yourself. No, I needed to show you more. The other thing is, in that same vein, a low, uncharged quick draw is going to do wonders. It's unreactable. You waste your double jump, but like, it's very hard to contest because they would have to know you're going to do it and get in the way. And so you actually have a bit of mix. And they also are probably going to be afraid to go challenge it sometimes because you have the potential of taking them off too with up B, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know lesson number 1 of Ike recovery, which is never Ether, right? Unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
You got to learn lesson number 2, which is never do that double jump quick draw, or at least don't do it every time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say never do it, because especially if you can get enough distance that they have to make a choice, it can be pretty good. But another option, hold on a sec, don't practice. If you get knocked out here, you can do a double jump, uncharged quick draw. Bam. I'm right back to ledge.
They're not likely to contest it.
Yep, they're not. It's unreactable. They would have to guess. And you can snap from pretty dang low. And this is something I would also drill. Is just practice getting this rising quick draw charge. Do you see how like I'm still going up when I start charging? Yeah. So the way to do that is just, oops, wrong way. But just make sure that you start charging immediately after you jump. And you'll be able to keep charging while going up, which gives you enough charge to get back from pretty far away. And that's going to be a better mix-up a lot of the times because it's unreactable. And also, if they get in the way and get hit right here, you just can up B. It's fine, right?
Okay.
So yeah, so those are some recovery mix-ups that I think will benefit you in a big way. Especially in the Ike kit. Other than that, yeah, grab more neutral. Grab a lot more. You got to make me uncomfortable. Ike's got really good grab combos, so you know they need to fear those as well. We also have some really nice setups into kills. Nothing true, but we have some good stuff.
So I like to do down throw into up air normally. When it's no longer true and they're at a higher percentage, what should I do out of my command?
You have a couple options. You can back throw and try to cheese them with like a dash tech if they miss tech, or if they tech roll, or if they do two tech. You can throw them off stage for positioning and try an edge guard, or you can do an up throw, wait for their option, and try to kill them off of it. So if you do an up throw at those percents, you can do a double jump and often catch their double jump if they try to double jump out of the hit stun. Or if you wait, you can just read their air dodge and catch them with a back air, something like that, or a dash tech. So up throw puts them at a really uncomfortable position where they're just above you, they're just out of your range, but they're still scared. So they have to. It forces them to pick a defensive option. Because if they don't do anything, you just get an up air for free.
Get the free up air.
Yeah. So because it forces them to pick a defensive option, that gives you basically like, you know, all things being equal, it gives you a 25% chance to kill them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, it's going to be higher than that. Mainly because a lot of things you can just wait and react to, and also because you can get a read on what the player wants to do, right?
Okay.
So yeah, I would up throw most of the time, but throwing off stage is also really good. It's kind of matchup dependent. Like if you're playing someone who's really easy to two-frame with Eruption, throwing them off stage could be a really good idea, right? If it's like a Fox.
Yeah.
But if it's a Joker, I generally am going to go for up throw because he's pretty hard to edge guard. Unless he has Arsene. He's pretty hard to ledge trap because he has some nice like rising aerials. You could do it, and like if your ledge trapping game's good enough, it's definitely not a bad idea. But if you up throw him, he has less options, right? He has to pick something defensive, and we actually have pretty good counterplating down guns because we can cover so much of the space above us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
All right, cool. Let's continue.
Alright.
Okay, so you need to think about the risk reward of that ether, right? You hit me,
Yeah.
but like you stand to gain 20% and some stage control. The chance of it hitting, maybe it's pretty high, I don't know, but you stand to lose quite a bit if you miss it, right? Like I can get whatever combo I want on you, I can get a grab, I can get positioning. I think that like an up tilt there would have been less punishable and about as good. Just make sure that you're doing a different option depending on what percent you're at and what percent your opponent's at, because it matters a lot. So yeah, that's the situation where I would do it, where you're not close enough to get a follow-up.
Yeah. Just get back for free and get
Yeah. But don't do it every time, that's all.
Oh my.
So Nair's safe on shield, so you can't grab it out of shield unless you think I'm gonna like hit him with a button after. Don't sweat deaths like that. When you're learning something new, you're gonna SD. Like, especially when it comes to recover. Yeah, it's good that you're implementing it. So, you know, when I see you do that, I'm happy, even if you die. It's fine.
I wasted the double jump immediately, and then I was like, I think I could probably make it back. So, what would be the best situation to come on grab? Is it just condition to shield Nair?
Yeah, so like, you know those down tilt mix-ups you were doing?
Yeah.
So it's in that situation, the same situation where you do the down tilt mix-ups, about half the time, instead of doing down tilt, just grab. Because you're conditioning them to shield, right? So you can do down tilt their shield, grab. Or if you've been landing with a lot of aerials and they start shielding and parrying especially, then you want to just do, like, go ahead and shield for me.
Mm-hmm.
You just do fast fall grab. That's it. It's easy. Or if you land further away, fast fall dash grab. Right?
Okay.
That's it. Pretty simple. Okay. That's just an I'm ready talk, by the way. It's crew battle habit. See how good that air dodge is, though?
Yeah.
It's a frame 4 air dodge, which means it's not a particularly good one, but the distance is really nice.
Yeah. It's like it's not quite as good as a S or a Lucas, but
Yeah, no one is.
It's closest to that than any other.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like Crom and Roy also have really good ones.
It's too needed.
So does Ike, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oops, good turn around.
Is there any distance in which I can avoid that counter with Aether?
Okay, so what sucks is sort of. Come here and shield on ledge and try to counter me, okay? If I do like a high ether, I can dodge it. But
But if I'm low,
yeah, but no, you have counterplay to that too.
Okay.
The counterplay is if you do like a little short hop counter, you see how you fall down? So
yeah,
your counter's going to start active at the top and then
fall down and hit.
stay active. Yeah, so if I do a high ether, you should be able to counter it. Watch. You can full hop if I have that much height. Just make sure you're doing a jump here. Or jump counter.
I can't get the counter out.
Yeah.
It's so slow.
There you go. See what I mean?
Awesome. Yeah.
Alright, let me recover. There we go. By the way, if I'm ever in that situation after that jump counter, where I have to do like the air dodge up and in to get back, as soon as you see that air dodge, just forward air him. That's all you gotta do. It's very free. Forward air him and like be careful they don't reverse you with ether. That's all you gotta do. Alright, you ready?
Yep.
Prepare yourself.
See, like there. I know you. Yeah, I know what you want, and I know shield is gonna keep you from getting what you want. And so I'm gonna shield most of the time there. Nice, that air dodge saved your life. If you had ethered, you would be dead. See what I mean with the up throws? Oh, you actually got it. I think that was Yoshi's that saved you there. That was a good recovery.
Now, how are you spot dodging so fast?
Are you talking about when I land in air? Or when you're
Yeah,
trying to
when
grab me? So it's not about the spot dodge. It's about making sure that your nair is as safe as possible. You got to make sure that you're landing your nair as low to the ground as possible, so that it hits their shield on the same frame that you hit the ground, right? Because that'll cancel it. It'll cancel on the same frame you hit the ground, which will make it safer.
Give them the little +3.
Yeah. So you'll basically, if your shield gets hit, your grab out of shield's going to be frame 11, right? Nair is -5 when spaced properly, which means that you should never really be getting grabbed. The thing is, spot dodge takes a few frames to start up, so you have to space it pretty well to not get grabbed. But like if I land this low nair, you see how it's like hitting where you would be on the same frame I'm hitting the ground, so it cancels right away. That means I can move faster than your grab can come out. So like if you shield and you try to shield grab me, oh sorry, I can just spot dodge it. Like you can do it too. Here, try. You tried to grab me, yeah.
I tried to grab.
See?
Yeah.
So if you space properly, no one can grab you there. Literally no one.
There's not a single character who can grab me out of that?
No, our frame is the fastest grab in the game is frame 6. Ours is frame 7, and that one frame does not allow them to grab. Yeah, you can spot dodge every grab if you do that. Now, eventually your nair is going to get kind of stale, and then you're going to have to be more and more perfect with it, because you're going to have less frames of advantage. But yeah, you can almost always spot dodge if you space well. So that's something worth practicing. That being said, people are going to start expecting you to spot dodge, and then they're going to call out your spot dodge. They're just going to wait and grab you or whatever. But that's like a really important part of Ike's shield pressure and mix-up game.
Can we go over ledge trapping after this game?
Yeah, sure. For sure. I have a video on it that I can share with you, but also I'll just give you my rundown.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, you ready to play?
Yep.
That was good. You covered a lot there. Just didn't quite get there in time. You gotta make sure you're reacting to DI or just doing the up air that covers everything there.
Yeah, that was supposed to be an up air. I just misinputted.
Oops. Good. Nice. That was close. Well, if you just waited, I was dead. I'm dead anyway.
I was nervous to wait.
That's a true punish against... Ether is really unsafe. Like, I always try to tell people, don't use it unless either you're completely sure it's going to work or it's going to kill, right? It's all about the risk-reward.
Was that nair up air?
It was going to be, yeah.
What,
Should have probably
I
turned it around.
I don't understand how to nair up air. Do you have to be under a platform and connect to the first nair?
Generally, if you want the killing version, you can actually get it without a platform, but it won't kill at like 30. I don't really go for it. I'd rather like nair bear most of the time, give people that positioning, or just go for a juggle instead. But at like 60-ish, characters like Ike, you can get nair up there on a platform and kill, which is crazy. Like you can kill people at 60. Or if you get nair up air at like 55, you kill them at 55. It can be nuts. It's hard. It's very tight. But I actually made again, I keep shilling my videos, but I made a whole video on exactly how to practice that, or how I practice it.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with the videos that you showed. That's how I found out about you in the first place.
Cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's hard. It's been a while writing them out, so I definitely explained it better there than I would off the cuff, but I will, of course, answer any questions you have to the best of my ability.
Can you link those to me as well?
Of course. I was just waiting for you to hit a button. I was like, all right, you're not gonna hit a button.
I was trying to bring you out and just up you to try to
Yeah.
even things up.
Nothing. Like your up B is never gonna be faster than my aerial though.
But yeah.
Oh, your sword's glowing. Let's go.
Oh,
I so rarely see that bug these days. They like patched it, but it still happens sometimes.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I was super confused for a second.
Yeah, it's just a bug. It used to happen all the time. Now it's like really rare, but it's really cool. I sensed the dash attack, but you didn't. Ooh, I like that. Going low like that can be good. It's unexpected, you know? So I'm parrying a bunch now. This is when you need to start going for tomahawk grabs. And also, you can just mix up your timings a lot. It can be good as well. Good grab. You try to grab things that you can't grab a lot. You need to pay attention to frame data and learn what's grabbable and what isn't.
Yeah. I need to stop trying to
Don't force it.
there, yeah. And how many other characters are like able to hit me in the shield like that?
Most characters have at least one safe on shield aerial. That's why frame data is so important to learn. Okay, so you wanted to talk about ledge trapping?
Yeah.
I fight for
Okay,
my
so
friends.
I have a very... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I normally try to like guard ledge, reverse up B and with my fair, but my ledge trapping is pretty poor.
Okay. Yeah, it's something you have to consciously try. You can't just learn it naturally. It's something you have to be like, I want to learn how to do this. So, there's a difference between offline and online ledge trapping. Offline ledge trapping, you can actually just barely react to basically everything.
Is that just reacting to the get up animation? Or...
Yeah.
One, go!
But online, you're not really going to be able to do that most of the time. So here's a basic ledge trap for you. Go off stage and do a ledge roll for me. So, oops, screwed that up. Sorry. Oh my god, what am I doing? Okay, try it one more time.
Alright.
I don't know how I am missing this timing. One second. I'm gonna do it a couple times here. There we go. Okay. Alright, roll behind me. I can cover roll behind with ether behind, right? Really good. Also go and jump. Do it again, but jump. What? Okay, try again. I can sort of cover that with up B. And that's good because it gets me on a shield. I can also do like that or do a fair. And then if you neutral get up, if you get really good at the timing, you can just grab neutral get up, right? So that's the very basics. That's like Smash 4 style ledge trapping, where you just sit here in shield and you react to everything, right?
Yeah.
And
If I were to just like sit on ledge here till my invincibility had expired, what would be the option while you're sitting in shield? Just down tilt?
Yeah, you just down tilt there.
Okay.
You can also like at lower percents, or even like now, like go ahead and go off ledge, I'll show you. There's a few options. You can do down tilt dash attack, that's true as well.
What percentages is that true at?
It's going to depend a lot, but when they're hanging ledge, it'll be true all the way up to like 90. You can actually down tilt at 0, but no one's ever hanging ledge at 0. I usually just down tilt bear, because it's what I'm used to doing out of a down tilt. But down tilt dash attack probably actually kills a little bit earlier. I'm not sure, I haven't tested it. Some characters you can even, I don't think you can do it to Ike, but some characters you can even ether and scoop them off ledge. It's something you can do against Ivysaur, and I mentioned Ivysaur specifically because it's relevant against them, because they like to do that ledge stall where they like up B you through ledge. And if they do that and regrab, you just up B them and they die. It's great. It's really funny. But for the most part, your main thing is going to be drop shield down tilt, because you can get crazy good punishes off of it. It'll kill at 60 if you get down tilt there, down tilt dash attack. Now, online it's going to be a lot harder to react, so your goals should really be coverage. So you should be, like, one good option is just naring here, because you can catch neutral get up with this, and you can catch roll with the back hit, and sometimes you can catch jump as well, right? So just doing this can be a ledge trap all in its own. So go off stage and roll. I can catch, roll, and then combo, right? Yeah. And then if you jump, I catch that, and I can sometimes get like a fair out of that, right? Now if you neutral get up, if I get really good at the timing, I can get a nair bear and kill you at 60 as well, right? So that can be really, really good. Now, that's harder because you know there's only one frame of vulnerability when you do neutral get up, right? So because of that, hitting this nair can be a little bit harder. Your nair will linger in that spot for like 2 frames, so it's not exactly frame perfect, but it is a tight timing. Still though, you can do it on reaction to people's get up, and it's really, really good. So I recommend it. Now, sorry, go ahead.
I was supposed to say, if you're nairing, could you be vulnerable to a get up attack on landing?
Yes, that's one of the downsides of it. But the way you get around that is if you need to get a read on your opponent's timings, and when you think they're going to get up attack, you just stop and you shield and just grab them, because they're going to get up. When they get up attack you grab them or you ether out a shield. Get up attack is a really scary option for them, because if they hit a shield, you get a huge punish, right? Because get up attack is super unsafe. So most people are only going to get up attack once, and then they're going to get scared. Either that or you're going to punish them hard for it next time if you know they're inclined to do that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, nair on ledge is going to be really good. Another option is you can short hop backwards and do a fair. And it'll catch roll as well as neutral get up. That can be really good. And it can catch jump as well. So go off stage and roll. If I do it right, which is hard, I can catch you with the back of fair.
Like the bottom hit?
Yeah. Like that, basically. So that's an option sometimes if they're at a percent where they would die to fair. I wouldn't recommend it most of the time, though. I would go for nair because it leads to combos. Make sense? So it's really about training yourself. You don't necessarily have to study the animations or anything. Just put yourself in this situation a lot and actively try to cover everything. And eventually it'll become second nature.
Okay.
Have a plan. As long as you have a plan, you'll be able to practice it well.
Another question. Do you solo main Ike?
Pretty much. I have a secondary Diddy I've been working on for a couple weeks, but Ike's my best character by a good margin.
Yeah, I'm the same way, but I have a secondary like Wolf that I play for the worst matchups. Like I don't play Ike against like Pikachu and Pichu and Joker, but that's like pretty, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Should I like play Ike against them, or is it okay to have that kind of that matchup coverage?
It's a tough question because having a secondary is going to stifle your improvement. You're going to improve slower in the beginning. But in the long run, learning other characters can be really good for your growth and development because it'll teach you aspects of the game that you don't get to focus on with Ike. But I would probably not hardcore pick up a second. Like, if your goal is to get results as fast as possible, right? Is that your goal, or is your goal long-term success, or what's your goal?
my goal is probably long-term success. I just want to be able to, win locals once they come back to my region. Once we're back on campus, we have the little pizza shop next door that is a local, like a weekly, and I just want to be able to do well at that and hold my own.
What region are you in?
Columbus, Ohio.
Okay. You guys have decent scenes around the Midwest. There's Raven Kings in Chicago and stuff. So I would stick mostly with Ike until you feel like you've pushed him to a point where improvement is slowed down. Your goal right now should be to learn the game. It shouldn't be to learn a character. I mean, you have to learn a character, obviously. But you can't really learn the game until your character feels so comfortable to you that you're not thinking about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it's just too much to think about. You need to get to the point where movement is as natural to you as breathing, and where combos just sort of happen, you don't have to think about them. And then once you're at that point, you'll start learning much more about the mind games aspect and about the adaptation and reacting aspect, right? Get as comfortable as you can with Ike, and unless the matchup is so bad that it's like unwinnable, I would not mess around with secondaries, because you're not going to have as good of a chance with the secondary as you are with your main, even if the matchup's better. Like, matchups just don't work that way in Ultimate. Especially for Ike. I mean, I could see maybe picking up an easy min-min counter or something. That's about all I can think of.
The only reason I chose Wolf is because for some reason I do well with him. I don't ever practice him, and
Wolf is a fundies character. If you got good fundies, they'll translate pretty well to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a secondary, but I don't know.
He just bailed me out, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe I'll play him for my bad matchup. But I do feel like I have a long way to go with Ike, and that playing those bad matchups will actually make me improve.
Yes, for sure, because they'll force you to look for alternate solutions. I would focus on one character for now. That being said, it just depends on what your goals are. But yeah, you'll improve faster overall if you stick with one character I would say until you're at the point where you're like top, how many people go to your local?
I'm not sure. I've actually never been to it.
Gotcha. Well, until you're at the point where you're in like the top 20% of placings at your local, like every time, I would stick with one character, because you can do it with any character. So yeah, that would be my advice. Secondaries are fun though, so if your goal is to have fun, do whatever you want. All right.
Okay.
You want to fight?
Yeah.
We might run out of time here, but I don't think so. Ike Dittos are not generally the timeout kind. Grab. Oh, off the jump. So, why are you doing jump? Are you doing that on purpose, or do you have tap jump?
I have tap jump.
Okay, I got that read. I recommend not having tap jump. Do what you want, but when you get a jump Ether, you're missing out on a lot, because Ether has frame 5 armor on the ground, but frame 15 armor in the air. So whenever you get that accidental tap jump up B, you need to if you feel more comfortable with tap jump, that's fine. I mean, it makes things harder, but people play with it and they're fine. So whatever you think is more comfortable.
I use wider jump most of the time, and I think I could be able to turn the tap jump off at this point.
I recommend it.
Yeah.
Because
I don't do any aerials with my tap jump, really. I just kind of use it when I'm using my C stick in my hand is for like Y.
Yeah, there's an alternate solution, and it's L jump.
So switching my my left trigger to.
Yeah, or your right trigger. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Whichever one you don't use to shield, you should switch to jump. And then the benefit of that is you can get full momentum jumps immediately, right? If you're using tap jump, then you have to be holding up when you jump. So you won't get full momentum. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like stand here, do a tap jump full hop to the left. You see how you didn't go nearly as far as me?
Mm-hmm.
That's because you have tap jump. That's because you use tap jump. So it's not the end of the world, but I recommend against it. It also will get in the way of learning some tech and will cause misinputs more. So if you can get rid of it, I would swap out for shoulder for sure.
Okay.
All right, I think we a minute's pushing it.
Now we're out of time.
Yeah.
Your skills were remarkable.
That was an amazing read, though.
All right, let me find you a couple of videos. So how confident do you feel in your combos with Ike? Like Nair combos and such?
Pretty good. Pretty
Okay.
good.
Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to link you the basic combo guide. I'll link you to some other stuff that I think you'll find useful.
I grinded online really hard, so I feel pretty confident with my Nair combos, ground neutral and stuff.
Yeah, you know Nair up tilt and stuff like that, so you definitely have the basics. But I'll link you to some of the more intermediate guides I've made. I do it pretty rarely. It was very obvious you were going to Nair in on me there, so I just went ahead.
I don't really do too much else. That's to grab. My Nair stops working. I'm in trouble.
Yep. Gotta grab more. It's a big pit to fall into. You notice, like, I have a recording for you here, which you're, watch it back on like 0.25 speed and think about every decision I make and why I make it. And you'll start to realize that like having thought behind your decisions is 99% of it. You don't want to be autopiloting, yeah. Yeah, that's just worth it there, right? You'll also notice how many times you try to grab safe options, which is something you need to work on.
More aware of that. Now, when ledge trapping, would jump be the hardest to punish strike?
Yes, because you can. Well, jump is the least reactable, and also if you jump and you just drift out, that up B won't hit.
Trying to get to the top platform. Just so
Gotcha.
get countered.
It's pretty high up, yeah.
Don't stand in my way.
My sword got there, but I did not. How often do you?
3 or 4 times a week, generally.
Go!
I have a schedule, but I don't always keep to it. used your double jump, so I'm going out there. Did you notice that you used it?
Yep.
Okay, well that's good at least, but...
I hit Y, and the moment you started following me, I'm like, yeah, I'm dead if I can't get this ether off.
Yep. I knew that you didn't have a lot of options there, because like if you neutral air dodge there, you die. So
I pretty much knew I was dead the moment you took that. I'm so glad that you went to stage there.
well, it's my confidence that I can take another stock without losing them. Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna not grab ledge and die. You're not an idiot. I just called out one of your options and you picked it. Nice.
So what are Ike's best stages?
That is a really difficult question to answer because every Ike.
I'm positive I saw a video of yours
friends.
that was
Yep.
talking about how you, Yez, and Raven King all have different best stages and all have worse stages that are like somebody else's best.
Yeah, like RM8 likes Kalos and FD, which are my least favorites. It's weird, yeah, but for my style of Ike, I like platforms because I do a lot of platform comboing and stuff. So Smashville, Battlefield, PS2 are all great. Small Battlefield's good too. There's a lot of good options.
I would say my favorite two are the ones that always get banned against me, and it's Battlefield and Yoshi's.
1, go!
Yeah, Yoshi's is really good too, for sure.
For some reason, those are always the two that get banned. But
Yeah, Yoshi's is
I'm
really
horrible.
scary.
I'm horrible on FD and Yoshi's.
Yeah, Yoshi's is very scary against Ike because the blast zones are really close. So yeah, you'll kill the bomb early with Nair up. Like it's like having pre-patch Nair up air, but it kills earlier.
I was possibly patched there up there.
Yeah, it was insane. There was a lot less fun about Ike, but he was. I don't know if he was even better. It was just that confirm was disgusting. Nair was absolutely one of the best pieces in the game. Now it's just really good.
Are you PR'd and you're from Georgia, right?
I'm from Georgia. I live in North Carolina right now, and I'm not PR'd, but it's been like a year and a half since the last PR. I don't think I would have quite been PR'd in Georgia. Georgia's one of the best regions in like the world.
I was about to say, I know Georgia and Florida are both powerhouse states in the Southeast. I don't know much about the North Carolina scene.
Yeah, I think I have a pretty good chance in NC once it comes back. I already have one win on a PR player, so we'll see.
Yeah, Georgia's sad.
It's insane, yeah. I'm actually leaving tomorrow to go down for a couple tournaments there. We'll see how I do.
Vendetta is number 4,
And he won Smash Bartoria.
and that dude's fucking nuts.
Yep, I know him. Pretty nice guy. You had the right idea there, you just missed the timing, right? Which is fine, but it can be good. Bots are actually really good for practicing that. They're not good for practicing much, but just throwing off stage and practicing ledge trapping can be really good. Alright, I've been talking too much. Time to focus.
Now, how should I DI that? Or am I just dead no matter what?
I mean, you were dead no matter what there at that percent, but you want to be DIing it down and in. Basically 45 degrees down and in.
Is that exactly what I shot out at?
Sort of the opposite of it, yeah.
Well, yeah. That means
Yeah.
where I originated from, but going backwards.
Yes. You don't want to do too much in or you'll die off the top, and you don't want to do too much down or you'll die off the side. But
Kind of somewhere in the middle.
yeah, you'll find it. You know, DI just you start to feel it after a while. But a lot of people DI that move wrong. They DI it down and out because they don't want to die off the top. But it kills off the side so much that down and in is better. There you go, nice recovery. Nice, you didn't double jump there, which makes that way better.
I tried to grab.
Yeah. All of Ike's aerials except for
Stand in my way.
fair, pretty much, are safe on shield for grabs. You're not going to be able to grab them. Like, even Dare. Dare is like -9, so it's kind of grabbable, but you can drift outside of range generally. And no one really lands on shield with Dare anyway.
Yeah. I feel like I never used Dare.
I use it because there's some cool setups and kills with it, and it's really good for like calling out rolls and getting early kills. Also, you can get Dare on ledge, and then I use it off stage sometimes. Oh, and I also use it to get people's recoveries like this.
I've used it like that before. I feel like I've hit my coolest clips with it just on that.
Yeah. By the way, this is a drill I do. Practice getting the hitbox out right before you hit the ground, and getting the sword as low. It's a short hop. I mean, you can full hop, I guess, but it takes longer, so short hop's going to be better most of the time. The trick is to slightly delay your. The trick is to slightly delay your fast fall after the dare. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do the dare and then fast fall after, but don't fast fall immediately. Wait just like a split second, or you'll cancel the dare on the ground if you do it too early.
Am I hitting it at all?
That one was it. That one was a little too early. That one looked right. You want, like, you just got to get the hang of the timing. It's hard, but you'll get it eventually. You can practice it on some of the bots. Some good ones to practice it on are, like, Inkling sometimes can be good. Mainly because they always do the same timing, the bots do. But yeah, you just got to practice it. I would also practice Eruption, too, really important.
Yeah, the only character I've hit this time, or Cloud, obviously, because he goes over, and then
Yeah, it works pretty well. Yeah, I actually just use Eruption against Ice Climbers because it's, like, really free. But you can use either one. Eruption
where do you
is...
want to space your Eruption?
So you want the sword... The sword actually has a hitbox.
Yeah, it goes down, like, through the...
Yeah. So you want the sword to be lined up with the lip of the ledge, pretty much. So like this. Because then the sword will have a hitbox and it'll hit them while they're hanging. It'll hit their hands, right? Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
It's a huge hitbox, so you don't have to be too precise, but yeah, make sure that you're not like out here. This can be good if people are recovering from really far away, right?
Like a DK or a Bowser who's...
Yeah. But make sure you're not back here, or you're only going to be able to hit people who go under the stage.
Mm-hmm.
You want to line up the sword so that it's even with the lip, like here would work.
Okay.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
This has got to be the last one, by the way.
Okay. Exactly what I meant to do, but okay.
Yeah, it happens. I never get mad for misinputs, because they happen. The only way to make them better is to drill. Drill your movement, drill your moves. Be more comfortable with your controller and your character. But even then, they're going to happen sometimes. You're never going to be 100% free.
Now, is that safe on shield?
No, but you can't F-tilt out of shield. You have to wait. It adds 11. I'm gonna link you a video after this, because you need to learn how out of shield works. So that it's really important. I actually think that's probably the most important of the guide videos I can send to you.
Yeah, my outer shield game is pretty much limited to up B.
Yeah, it's not just about that though. It's about knowing when they can out of shield you.
Yeah, when I can get hit or what option.
Yeah, and I have a video I put a ton of work into that's gonna help you with that. I'd explain it, but we're almost out of time. And I have another less than 5 minutes. You gotta mix more in neutral. And I don't just mean, like, mix what you do, but also mix your timings up. Spend more time doing nothing. Make it ambiguous what you're gonna do next, instead of just always jumping in with the same air and hoping it hits, right?
So should I just, like, empty hop every once in a while and then, like...
Yeah, empty hop and back off every once in a while, mix in tomahawk grabs, mix in backdashes to try to force whiffs, you know, things like that. Gotta be careful with those air dodges and disadvantage too.
Yeah.
You don't seem to expect people to wait. You seem to be used to people just trying to hit you right away, which, you know, chill out. Okay, that's going to be it for us. I hope this was useful to you.
It's super useful. Thank you very much.
Great.